Hello everybody, welcome to Clemons Crafts, and I am hanging out with you today and crafting. I am making today, this is my journal cover video for week 1 of the OctHygge collaboration 2023. And just to remind you guys, there will be drawings during the video today. I'm going to be asking a question, and if you answer it in the comments below, you get entered in the drawings. And also, I will be offering a drawing during this video. I'm going to ask that you leave a comment at some point. And when you do, if you comment what I ask, then you will win an $11 junk journal pack from my shop. And then also just wanted to remind you guys that these are the paper packs that I will be using during this collaboration. They are available here at Creative Paper Artisan. This is her Etsy shop, and Crafty Dragon Creations, and this is her Etsy shop. And also there's a link tree in the description box where you can click on that and it will take you to all the wonderful links and things that you need for this collaboration. These are the groups in which you are able to join: Creative Paper Artisan Paper Crafting Community Group, Crafty Dragon Creations, the Crafting Lair. Those two groups, if you also post photos of your journal, you get a double entry into the prize drawing. Sandy creates junk journals, junk journal printables by Magpie Printables, and Junk Journal Junction. And I do believe that we have another Lexi pomegranate also. So all these groups will be listed in the description box. And so make sure you jump in so that you can get all the freebies. And every group right there gets a free printable every week. So it's just kind of highlighting and touching on. So this is my book. You're going to hear a lot of background noise because, look, I'm just going to be real. I have 4 dogs. I have a daughter. I have a husband who's currently grilling right now, and there's no telling what's going to come into this craft room. So just forewarning you, sorry for the background noise. This is the old book cover that I'm using, Blood and Money, and it still thankfully has its spine there. And then this beautiful, beautiful paper. This is from an atlas, believe it or not. I don't know how, but anyway, that was from an old atlas that I got in an auction. And I was really, look at this, look how beautiful this is with that. Really love this, and I'm trying to decide, okay, between this for the cover, or let me find it, okay, or let me fold it over here so you guys can see, or this one. So it's like a tough call, to be honest. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. We'll see. Anyway, so I'm going to start creating this little journal cover. And fortunately, I don't have to paint this one. A lot of you remember me doing that with my very, very first journal ever. So I'm just going to make sure that I have this even. This paper is so old. It's got a lot of rips along the edges. So I'm just making sure that I'm going to have that in an even way. I want to make sure that I have plenty of room at the top, and plenty of room at the bottom here. Okay. And I debated on what glue to use, and I have decided on good old Mod Podge matte. Oh, and I'm sorry about my fingers. I've been spraying distress oxide and stain spraying a lot of papers today for my Tim Holtz Halloween kits and my Christmas paper packs. I always add those sprayed watercolor pages to it because You know, those distress oxide sprays are pricey, so I always like to get them and add little samples to them, to my kits, so that people will have the opportunity to have some of those if they want them. Woo, look, oh my, we have too much Mod Podge, but look, isn't this mat convenient? We'll just put all of our extra over here. I'm not going to want to clean that later, but it's kind of fun. How's everybody enjoying your fall? I honestly have never crafted on a video before. I don't think. I don't know. Have I? I guess I have. I think I made a card once or something, but I usually try to play music or something in the background while I do this because I'm self-conscious. Okay, here we go. I'm going to just make sure there. Oh, and I set this handy dandy thing here. I'm going to be so careful. Do not want to tear any of this worse than it already is, and I really, really want it to be flat. I mean, this kit, you guys, it was really tough narrowing it down, and I don't know if I'm going to show it during the collaboration. I don't think I'm going to, but I did find a very cool piece of fabric that I got from an auction with Patty Lane, and I absolutely love this particular piece of fabric that I got. And I think it looks really, really good with this kit. So I am playing around with making book cloth. And then, I mean, I have never made book cloth, but I found a really good tutorial on it. Well, it's a blog actually, and it's where did I write that down at, the name of that? Let's see. It was from, yeah, here's my directions. It's the little blog thing is Compass and Ink, How to Make Book Cloth. And man, it's a really good tutorial, and I was like, I can do that. So I'm kind of playing around because, you know, with the idea of creating another journal, like have 2 journals with this kit, because it's so, these kits are huge. And I couldn't make up my mind about the cover. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to make 2. I mean, right? And I think my friend Becca, she's so sweet. She said, oh, that's ambitious. I'm sorry. I had to laugh. I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. It's ambitious. You're right. Don't get ahead of myself, right? Just see if I can get this one done first. But I'm just kind of making sure that this, I don't want any wrinkles on this. And it looks like I snagged a little piece right there. Oh, look, it went down. Ooh, let's fix it with some Mod Podge. Where was that little spot right there? Yeah. Ha. There, we just fixed it. It's healed. There we go. It's fixed. Okay. left wrinkles, which I think is pretty cool actually now that it happened. Oh no, look here. We have a tear on this top right there. Oh, there's little Charlie to visit. Hi, Charlie. Hi, baby. What you doing? What you doing, Charlie? Did you go outside? Did you get to go? Did you get to go outside? No, you can't get up here. No, I've got glue. Glue and long-haired dogs just don't mesh well, Charles. Hello, I'm back. Okay, so found out some good things. I looked up Nick the Booksmith, another little tutorial she has, and I actually do not need a spine reinforcement here because this book, the spine was not cut. When I removed all the signatures, the spine was intact on both sides, so I don't have to worry about. Now, if my book had been split at all, then yes, I would need to do that. I would need to lay a piece of maybe the Tyvek, for instance, here and make sure I got in those grooves. But yes, we do not have to worry about that. And so I came up with a little bit of an idea for my cover. I also looked into, because of the way that I build my journals, okay, I'm sorry if I'm banging the camera around, but the way that I create my journals is I do the inside 2 pages last, almost at the very end, after I have my signatures in, and I do have my template. Because this is a single signature journal, I do have my fabric ready. Of course, it's too long right now, but I thought that these colors go really well with the colors of the kit, so that if when you're flipping through later on my signatures and you see this, it's a lot prettier than that. So that will be behind my template here, which is what I'll actually secure my signatures to. And so I have this ready, and I also have this to lay on top of my signatures, look at my hand, in my book cradle, so that when I'm poking my holes, see, they'll line up exactly. And then later, when I do glue this down, once my signatures are adhered to this and I glue this down into my book, that leaves me the option of whether or not I want to glue. Of course, I'm going to glue here, but I wouldn't necessarily have to glue the back of the spine. Now, I probably will, but for instance, if someone wanted to leave the space to maybe thread dangles through or something like that, you wouldn't have to glue back there. But just to let you know, that's what I was doing while I was playing around. Okay, so back to the cover. So the reason I went through all that is because part of my cover is going to actually curve around this. See where these cracks are from the old paper? I want to cover that. So in a moment you'll see I'm going to have a lace doily, a paper lace doily, that's going to actually fold over here. And once I get my inside glued, then I will secure that doily on the end. Anyway, I'll show you in a minute. So anyway, I just really, really love Nick the Booksmith. I tell you, I don't know. Oh, I know what my question. Look at me banging this camera around. Wow. Anyway, so, okay, I just came up with my question to win the junk journal pack, one of my $11 junk journal packs. Comment below, what is your favorite Tim Holtz color that makes you feel hygge? That makes you feel warm and cozy and fall-like and just comfortable and at home. You know, that color that just makes you, you know, like that. You just feel absolutely happy whenever you see it. I would love to know that below. So the first person to comment the Tim Holtz color, and it could be a stain, it could be an oxide, it could be, let's see, he has Distress Oxide sprays, it could be, I mean, basically all of his colors are the same, but I mean, like, if he has a stain in it, he has an oxide, has an ink, has a, you know what I'm saying. So anyway, so thank God for Tim Holtz. I don't know what the crafting world would have done without him. I have no idea, because I came from a time before Tim Holtz, and so this right here, you guys, is a blackberry dyed paper doily that I made. You could see the different colors. I love this blackberry dye because as the oxygen hits it, it actually starts turning blue. And so there's a blue to a purple, and it is just gorgeous. And here in this image, we have the same purple, we have some blues, and the green, of course, is highlighted by the background of the book. And see how when I get this glued on simultaneously, it will cover. When I wrap this around, it's going to cover a lot of those cracks there. And then once you open the book, this will be folded onto the inside, perhaps under a different, you know, how once I glue the inside, this will be folded down on the inside page. So it's going to be really cool. It's just going to be weird because this is going to be flopping around until until the very last time, the very last step. But anyway, it's fine. It's fine. And so I think the first thing I need to do here is decide exactly where on this doily I would like to get it as centered as possible. So, whoa, come here. Yeah, I had my awl out so that I could go ahead and make the template for my spine and my signatures. Oh, hello. We have plenty of glue now. That wasn't supposed to happen, but oh well, it did. And I have old book chunk here. Ugh. I'll set that over there. Okay, here we go. Now I am going to, I was just kind of double checking to make sure that I have the part with the blue on top. I really, really love that. And what's so wonderful, I'm sorry while I pull this down out of frame for a moment. What's so wonderful about Mod Podge is that you actually have a minute to think before it just absolutely gets stuck on there forever and ever, amen. Because art glitter glue, I entertained the idea of using art glitter glue for this, and then I realized that no, because it dries so fast, and I really and the type of person I need a little time. Look, I'm going to need even more Mod Podge. Let's just do this. Let's just, okay. And yeah, so it is quite the adventure. I sat here off camera and I adhered my front piece because I printed it on 24-pound cardstock, and I just really wanted it to be really sturdy and not show like all the little pieces, you know, of the, oh, I think I'm a little bit over. Come here, little bug. Let's scoot just a hair. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, but I sat here and measured and tried to get in the very center of this, and it's kind of tricky because that purple wants to play games with my eyes. But you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect, right? That's the thing. That's the great thing about this craft. It's just a little of an adjustment. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep shaking my little... Oh, it's because I have my stand sort of halfway on this glass thing and then halfway on my desk. But oh well, anyway, it's fine. Yay, that looks so cool. Okay, great. And that way it'll be more solid, and then you won't be able to see the tiny little areas of the doily, the tiny little cracks and little vine pieces. I was looking for my little credit card smisher thing, my little piece of plastic, but oh, alas, I have laid it somewhere. Don't you hate that? I'm gonna add some more Mod Podge. I am definitely going to have to head to the store to get some more Mod Podge later, because I can't wait to get the signatures in this thing. And man, it's a single signature journal. And so at first I was like, single signature. I was like, this DigiKit is so huge. Like you could make 9 I mean, you could easily make a great big journal. And so I thought, oh, what a challenge it's going to be to try to only pick enough of those pages for one signature. My signature may be that big, but it's just, I love all these book images, and I love the old clocks, and it's just gorgeous. So I'm glad that I decided to back this piece, because it definitely would have completely just fallen all over the place. Okay, and so later when we do the inside, which I could go ahead and fold this, later when we do the inside, this will be my cover. I know my husband is probably just cracking up because this was not supposed to take this long. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna film this real quick, and yeah, famous last words, real quick. All right, I'm gonna put this here with the trusty Fabri-Tac that I love so much. And I don't even know who I learned about Fabri-Tac from, but I'm so thankful. I'm gonna make sure that I smooth it. Okay. Gonna leave some hanging over here. And I want to get that in without pulling it too tight. And that way it just covers perfectly. Oh, the color even sets this, oh, love it. Oh, let me cut the end of this. Ta-da, so far, and we do not have to worry about this. It covered the cracks, and it did not take away from the image, which that's what I wanted the most. I did not want to take away from the image, and we still have this really pretty spine there. I hope I've got enough glue right there. It looks like it's coming up or something, but I'm not sure how else to Get it in there. I'm going to turn this in. Pardon my head if I... Now I'm going to make sure in a minute that this is adhesed down really well. I caused a domino problem here. Come here, little Fabri-Tac. I want you to lay down all these extra little flippies. I don't want those sticking out or coming up to get snagged or generally be annoying. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to cut. Well, I like the way that this has turned out, and I'm serious. I'm talking with this paintbrush in my mouth, I'm sorry. But I'm also going to work on the other one with the fabric cover because I really want to make book cloth. I think that would be a really nice thing. I mean, and you know, maybe one day have it in my shop. You never know. Because I love fat quarters, and I get them from Patty at Sacred Mementos. And talk about book cloth. That woman, she has some amazing book cloth. She makes her own book cloth. Amazing, really cool stuff. All right, so let me get that off my fingers. See, to make sure that stays down. I might have enough on my brush here. Goodness, I'm gonna have to definitely have some Windex on my desk for my cleanup. Okay, I just didn't want that sticking up. Now, beautiful. Okay, still could work on getting some of that down the way I want it. But I can do that a little at a time. It's no rush. Oh, you know what? The best thing to do, actually, while we're making puddles, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to order some more of this soon. I'm telling you, me and Misty can throw down on some craft supplies. And I'm so excited because I also ordered, Sheila from Boho Daydreams had, I think she had 2 available and I got one, but they're the pearl package, pink and pearl package. Oh my gosh, you guys, her trims are amazing. And I got one of the pink and purple packages, or pink and pearl. So it shipped, so I should be receiving that soon. I'm really excited. I love her trims, and I am slowly starting to add them into things I make. My instinct is to hoard them, but that's not good. So I'm starting to use them a little at a time. Oh, I don't want to make that too thick. Hold on, come here, little buddy. All right, so I feel like that is good. And then there is a shine where some of the glue from the Fabri-Tac is showing, but, oh, and I'm shaking the table again, I'm sorry. But all I have to do, that's a problem too right there, these little ridges. I don't like that at all. And I think it's because when I was gluing that down, I used the tape runner so you could see where there was adhesive here, but there isn't here, and there's really no way on earth I can get under there to fix that. So just gonna leave it or cover it up with one of those little plates. But I am gonna go over that spine with some Mod Podge for now, you know. Oh, my daughter just blew her nose. Everyone heard that in America. I'm just kidding. She'll die of embarrassment. Let's not tell her. Shh, we're just going to keep that between us. Oh, I'm getting crusties on my brush because it's taking me too long to do this. Uh-oh, I don't like that. That's glue right there. Let me pull that off. Why not? My hands have everything else on them. And then this way it will give it a nice, hopefully a nice smooth effect if the light were to hit it. A nice matte, smooth finish. I'm just gonna make sure that's off there. We shall see. Don't want to dig too deep with that because I certainly do not want to cause a tear in that paper. Wouldn't that be a mess? We would just cover it up with lace. No big deal. We don't care. Yes. And then I'm going to make sure, I think that that's all I'm going to put on the back. I'm a little apprehensive about going over that signature because I'm not sure what the Mod Podge would do to it. And you never know, I may end up sticking something on there. I may leave it for now. But at this time, until we get the inside finished and I can glue that down, this is my little cover. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in a week when we get to do the signatures. I hope you have a wonderful week, and thanks again, everyone.